O adjetivo único é muito utilizado na música, mas a banda Kraftwerk tem uma razão mais forte do que a maioria das outras para reivindicá-lo. Ralf Ritter, órgão, e Florian Schneider-Schleben, sopro de madeira, se conheceram enquanto estudavam música improvisada em Düsseldorf, Alemanha. Eles se inspiraram na música eletrônica experimental do compositor Karl-Heinz Stockhausen e do grupo Tangerine Dream para criar uma música minimalista própria em sintetizadores, máquinas de bateria e gravadores de fita. Tendo gravado anteriormente um álbum em 1970 como Organisation, Ritter e Schneider-Schleben formaram Kraftwerk e gravaram seu álbum de estreia homônimo com os bateristas Andreas Hohmann e Klaus Dinger. O guitarrista Michael Rother e o baixista Eberhard Kranemann foram posteriormente recrutados para apresentações ao vivo em galerias de arte. Ritter deixou brevemente a formação, mas retornou a tempo para a gravação de um segundo álbum, também homônimo. Durante a gravação de Kraftwerk 2, Dinger e Rother saíram para formar o Neu. Produzido por Conny Plank, que mais tarde trabalharia com Ultravox e com Eurythmics, sua musicalidade sombria e espartana não chamou à época tanto a atenção. Após o lançamento de um conjunto de duo, Ralf und Florian, Ritter e Schneider-Schleben passaram a ser acompanhados por Wolfgang Flür, bateria eletrônica, e Klaus Röder, guitarra e violino. Seu terceiro álbum, Autobahn, marcou o avanço do Kraftwerk e o estabeleceu como uma referência para a música de alta tecnologia e computadorizada. A faixa título, com duração superior a 22 minutos, foi uma tentativa de expressar a monotonia e o tédio característicos de uma longa jornada numa autoestrada. Uma versão editada alcançou o top 10 nas tabelas dos Estados Unidos e do Reino Unido. Em 1975, Röder foi substituído por Karl Bartos, que já tocava no Radioactivity, um álbum conceitual baseado nos sons que se encontram nas ondas aéreas. Trans-Europe Express e The Man Machine foram trabalhos eletrônicos pioneiros do Kraftwerk, que influenciaram fortemente toda uma geração de bandas no Reino Unido, como Human League, o Tubeway Army, o Depeche Mode e o OMD.
The word unique is overused in music, but Kraftwerk have a stronger claim than most to the tag. Ralf Hutter, organ, and woodwind student Florian Schneider-Schleben met while they were studying improvised music in Düsseldorf, Germany. They drew on the influence of experimental electronic forces such as composer Karl-Heinz Stockhausen and Tangerine Dream to create minimalist music on synthesizers, drum machines, and tape recorders. Having previously recorded an album in 1970 with Organisation, Tone Float, Hutter and Schneider-Schleben formed Kraftwerk and recorded their debut album with drummers Andreas Hohmann and Klaus Dinger. Guitarist Michael Rother and bass player Eberhard Kronman were subsequently recruited for live performances at art galleries. Hutter briefly left the lineup, but returned in time for the recording of a second self-titled album. During the recording of Kraftwerk 2, Dinger and Rother left to form New. Produced by Conny Plank, later to work with Ultravox and the Eurythmics, the bleak, Spartan music provoked little response. After releasing a duo set, Ralf und Florian, Hutter and Schneider-Schleben were joined by Wolfgang Flür, electronic drums, and Klaus Röder, guitar, violin and keyboards. Autobahn marked Kraftwerk's breakthrough and established them as purveyors of high-tech, computerized music. The title track, running at more than 22 minutes, was an attempt to relate the monotony and tedium of a long road journey. An edited version reached the top 10 in the US and UK charts. In 1975, Rotor was replaced by Karl Bartos, who played on Radioactivity, a concept album based on the sounds to be found on the airwaves. Trans-Europe Express and the Man-Maschine were pioneering electronic works which strongly influenced the generation of UK new wave acts such as The Human League, Tubeway Army, Gary Newman, Depeche Mode and OMD, while David Bowie claimed to have long been an admirer. The New Musical Express said of the Man-Maschine, "It is the only completely successful visual/oral fusion rock has produced so far." Kraftwerk spent 3 years remodeling their own Dusseldorf-based Kling Klang studio in the late 70s, complete with, inevitably, scores of computers. The single The Model, from the Man-Maschine, gave the band a surprise hit when it topped the UK charts in 1982, and it led to a trio of hits, including Showroom Dummies and Tour de France, a song that was featured in the movie Breakdance and became the theme for the cycling event of the same name in 1983. Electric Cafe was a disappointment, but Kraftwerk were now cited as a major influence on a host of electro artists from Afrika Bambaataa to the respected producer Arthur Baker. Bambaataa and Baker's pioneering 1982 Planet Rock single was built around samples of both Trans-Europe Express and Numbers, from 1981's Computer World. Hutter and Schneider-Esleben remained enigmatically quiet following the release of Electric Cafe. In 1990, a frustrated Fleur departed to be replaced by Fritz Hilpert. Fleur later collaborated with Mouse on Mars under the name of Yamo and penned a bitter memoir of his time with Kraftwerk, I Was a Robot. Bartos also exited in the early 90s with his place taken by Henning Schmitz. Kraftwerk's best-known songs were collected together in 1991 on the double, The Mix, aimed chiefly at the dance music market by EMI Records. I think our music has to do with emotions. Technology and emotion can join hands, said Hutter in 1991. Kraftwerk made a surprise return to live performance with a headline appearance at the UK's Tribal Gathering in the summer of 1997. The following year they headlined at Barcelona's Sonar Festival. In December 1999, Hutter and Schneider-Esleben recorded a new single, Expo 2000, to promote the Expo 2000 European Business Conference in Hanover. The duo's renewed creativity bore further fruit in the new millennium when they completed, with Hilpert and Schmitz, their first studio album in over 15 years, Tour de France 03. Kraftwerk then embarked on their first world tour in over 12 years,